Welcome to the bold analysis. In one of my analysis last week, I analyzed that Kiambu was a ticking time bomb for Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. In Kiambu, there is a very strong fight for the governor's race pitting William Kabogo, who was the first governor of Kiambu and believes that he was rigged out in 2017 Jubilee nominations by William Ruto, against the current Senator Kimani Wamatangi, Moses Kuria, and then Nyoro, that are facing off with Nyoro. Today, there was a rally there that was organized by UDA party. This rally was, the person that was leading that campaign was Rigathi Gachagua, and if you look at the photo here, that is the poster that Moses Kuria's team designed. I was following that rally very critical because it was a continuation of Mount Kenya tour that Rigathi Gachagua was conducting last week, that is from Monday to Thursday. And if you followed, we analyzed that Rigathi Gachagua visited the counties of Meru, Nyeri, Murang'a, Kiambu, Tharaka Nithi, Embu, and Nyandarua, and parts of Laikipia. But in all those rallies, the Kiambu politicians all skipped those rallies, starting from Moses Kuria, Kabogo, and even Kimani Ichung'wah. So in the rallies that he held, the other rallies that I've mentioned, the only people that went with Rigathi Gachagua were Ndindi Nyoro and Jaguar. Then the rest were the UDA MPs. So they skipped for some reasons. Of course, you know that not all of them accept Rigathi Gachagua. Now, today, I watched a 1 hour, 30-minute clip where William Kabogo was having a direct clash with Kimani Wamatangi. I want to play for you that clip, but I want to explain something faster. Before the clash happened, there was an instant where it is reported that a vehicle that was belonging to Kabogo rammed through a vehicle, Kimani Wamatangi's car. So moments later, then hell broke loose. I want you to watch this video. What happened? And if you look at it, the genesis of all this was the fact that by the time Kabogo spoke first before Wamatangi, and of course, you'll expect that because that rally was purely organized through the UDS structures. And when Kabogo was talking, it is reported that there were a group of youth that were actually trying to heckle him down. Because if you look at the video where Kabogo was standing and where Wamatangi was, it's not very far. So the youths were heckling down William Kabogo. Better still, there have been a deliberate attempt by UDA leaders to keenly isolate William Kabogo. And I am not shocked because William Kabogo joined Kenya Kwanza. For me, I normally say he's just a victim of circumstance. The very day that Musalia Mudavadi was invited William Ruto, perhaps Kabogo did not even know, and that's the start of his journey with Kenya Kwanza. But if you look at the rallies, even at one point, he complained in a WhatsApp chat, was leaked. He complained that William Ruto had sidelined and was not putting his photos in the posters. At one point, he was also complaining for Dennis Itumbi that he's been left out. And the only economic forum that he attended was the one that was held in Kiambu. So UDA party did not even invite him in those other rallies. If you compare the closeness of Moses Kuria and Wamatangi to Deputy President, the distance is closer compared to William Kabogo. So William Kabogo has been an isolated man. And just to confirm this, when Martha Karua was making a journey, I think was supposed to hold a tour in Kiamba, in Kiambu, there were some youths that had been planted there to heckle Martha Karua, and those youths were putting on Tujibepe, party were putting on the shirts of Tujibebe. So Wamatangi, or rather Kabogo, came out to complain and reject that, saying that hiyo ni siasa ya upuzi. Now listen to what Kabogo was saying.
Vipi wadosi, hao watu hapo Kiambaa nasikia wamevaa t-shirts za Tujibebe ati ili waharibu mkutano wa Martha Karua. That is being primitive. Na hiyo ni michezo ya siasa ya zamani. Wacheni ushenzi. Vipi wadosi, hao watu hapo Kiambaa nasikia wamevaa t-shirts za Tujibebe ati ili waharibu mkutano wa Martha Karua. That is being primitive. Na hiyo ni michezo ya siasa ya zamani. Wacheni ushenzi.
So it is not denial that there was a problem. What the question I'm wondering is this, in that the rally, the Kiambu rally, Kimani Ichung'wah skipped it. He did not attend. In fact, he was launching some road project in Kikuyu. That's the photo you're seeing there. He was in Kikuyu. I did not see Ndindi Nyoro, but I want to understand he was there. However, look at this photo. This is a photo of Rigathi Gachagua with Kimani Wamatangi sharing the same car. So I wonder, at what point did Kabogo's car ram into that of Wamatangi? Could also mean that maybe it is the same car that Nani was, that Rigathi Gachagua was inside. It's something that is we yet to find out. But you can purely see that the rally was framed to be a UDA rally. That is it. So why do you think Kabogo attended that rally? At the height of all that isolation, why do you think Kabogo decided to attend the rally? Because that is the question. Kindly, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to our channel and also click the notification bell. It's a question that many people were wondering, because even Moses Kuria was there, and all these Kiambu mafias had decided that we were not going to accompany Gachagua into Mount Kenya. Many of them had shown intent. Of course, they were not comfortable with Rigathi Gachagua. William Kabogo is not a pushover. However, the truth of the matter is the Kenya Kwanza team in Mount Kenya have been making a deliberate attempt to cannibalize the other parties, the other small parties that are there from Mount Kenya. That is Tujibebe party, even Moses Kuria's party, I think, has been swallowed by UDA. And this cannibalization of the candidature of other small parties is been causing jitters in Mount Kenya. Just yesterday, Kabogo was telling Mount Kenya population that kindly don't vote because you want to send Uhuru home. Vote with your conscience so that you vote leaders. But if you vote with the motions of sending Uhuru home, you are going to get it wrong in this election. So this cannibalization was actually mastered by one Rigathi Gachagua. Because Rigathi Gachagua has been speaking in Central Kenya calling for 6-piece voting. This is something that has been witnessed. And I may not, it's not an overstatement to say that Kabogo was attending that rally to make sure that his party gets visibility and it doesn't seem to be cannibalized, because he is a candidate, governor candidate, and also UDA has a governor candidate. The last time William Ruto conducted a tour in Central Kenya, his party was spoiled by Moses Kuria, who instead opted to go to Uhuru Kenyatta's gate and started then abusing President Uhuru Kenyatta. So the whole attention did not even go to what they were saying. It went to what Moses Kuria did. So even today's rally, the presence of Kabogo and Moses Kuria there was very strategic to deflate Rigathi Gachagua. Gachagua is a greenhorn in terms of politics compared to Moses Kuria and even Kabogo. Kuria went to parliament in 2013. So when Gachagua was going to parliament, he found Kuria. Kabogo is senior of all, is a veteran politician. So he attended there because, for one, he didn't want a situation where the optics come out, where maybe Rigathi Gachagua is carrying all the limelight and is seen as the de facto Mount Kenya kingpin. The conquest of Kabogo in Kiambu is not just a contest of governor, it's also a contest of who is going to inherit President Uhuru Kenyatta's kingpinship. So he wanted to deflate, and what can purely be seen there is that Rigathi Gachagua is a junior politician. When that confrontation was going on, he had nothing to say. He was, I think he was just staring at them, and there is nothing he could say. Because Rigathi Gachagua could not interject when Kabogo was talking. That just shows you that they wanted to show something. Kabogo wanted to show something, that you're not much of a senior person than me. But then, I want to also see that because there was that mobilization, maybe William Kabogo had received intel that the rally would be used hugely to campaign for Wamatangi, and maybe the mobilization that was done was just to make sure that perhaps maybe they are heckled or their candidature is downplayed. Because it was purely a campaign opportunity for Matangi, because when Rigathi was going there in his capacity as a member of UDA party and a champion of the party's six-piece voting. So he realized that that was going to be used to create a momentum for Matangi's campaign. And that is why he also decided that it was his time to go there and show his muscle. If you look at the video that is playing, like the video that you're seeing in your screen, Kabogo's campaign caravan was just beside it. So Moses Kuria, I have not seen a campaign caravan for Moses Kuria. And someone from Kiambu should just challenge us and show us a video. I have not seen any for Wamatangi. Kabogo is the millionaire. I think is the most endowed candidate with resources in that race. Kabogo is richer than even Nyoro. In fact, Nyoro just came to politics the other day, so I should not even bring him in that list. Kabogo wanted to prove to William Ruto, UDA, and Rigathi Gachagua that he has the campaign machinery. His majority of all those cars there were his cars. His campaign caravan was there. So for him, he's been campaigning. And of course, the governor seat in Kiambu, the split that is going to be seen, the split that is being witnessed now, is a split that is going to cost Deputy President William Samoei Ruto that vote. It's going to be divided. Because for sure, can I say what is bringing all this? It is bringing all this because Rigathi Gachagua and the Central Kenya leaders around Deputy President have had a sense of entitlement. But to surprise of many, I think William Ruto did not tell Central Kenya politicians what is in it for them. The question has not been answered. What is in it for them is not Rigathi Gachagua as the running mate. Rigathi Gachagua is a running mate in his capacity. But what is in UDA for them is what they tend to gain. People like Kabogo will not be fighting Wamatangi if they know that perhaps they've been promised that in this government, if you don't win that seat, I'm going to give you this, yes or that. And William Ruto deliberately decided not to solve the Kiambu matrix, or maybe he's failed to convince them. There is no way that he can convince Kabogo to step down for Wamatangi. It's not that easy. So ladies and gentlemen, but what do you think is playing out in Kiambu? What are you seeing? In the light of what's going on, what is your interpretation of these fights? That's my bold analysis.